you want to be sexy. You want to have this feminine, beautiful, attractive, desirable energy, but you don't know how. You have no clue how to have it, how to act in front of men without being cringe, how to flirt the right way, how to flirt naturally, effortlessly. Don't worry, my love, because today I'm going to tell you all the secrets, all the tips that will make you so magnetic and alluring at the same time while keeping you still classy, authentic, and real. I want to start by being clear that for every single person, sexy has a different meaning, okay? Same as beauty. Some people get turned on by physical appearance, by the way your body looks. But the easiest, most available way to attract male gaze, to attract male's attention, is to dress revealingly, to wear tight clothes that features your boobs, your ass. But that does not make you sexy, girl. In most cases, it makes you available, vulgar, and tacky. Is that how you want people to perceive you? Is that how you want men to look at you? I personally love to feel desired by men, but I hate to feel objectified when I know that all they want is just to have sex with me. So how do you become sexy in a feminine way? How do you do it in a classy, elegant way? At the end of the day, it all comes down to confidence. The sexiest thing in the world is confidence. Not cockiness, confidence. When you quietly know who you are, what you are about, when you know your boundaries, when you walk into a room and you don't need to prove anything. You just make people feel comfortable because you are comfortable anywhere you go. You are at peace with yourself. You provide that safety to people and you feel safe with yourself. Oh, of course, it's easy for you to say, look at yourself in a mirror. Do you want to hear the most controversial thing in the world? Some of the most gorgeous women in the world are the most insecure women on the planet. Because appearance and the way you look has very little to do with your confidence. Yeah, of course. Yeah, for sure. I am telling you, because you can be drop dead gorgeous, literally perfect face, perfect body. But if you have insecurities on the inside that nobody else sees but you do, nobody will make you feel confident. It doesn't matter if people see you confident and sexy. If you don't see yourself as confident and sexy, nobody will make you feel this way. For so many years, I would receive compliments and literally think that people are being sarcastic towards me. People would tell me, oh my God, you're so beautiful. And be like, yeah, thanks. What? But when I found my own beauty, when I found things that make me confident, when I solved my inner problem inside of me that made me insecure, I not only started to bloom from the inside, but my whole life changed. My whole way of communicating with this world changed. So how do you become truly confident? Well, I have multiple videos on my channel about confidence, and I will link them right here. You can go find them and watch them. But the fastest and the easiest way to answer that question is you need to keep promises to yourself. Things that you promise to yourself, you have to follow through. If you promise to yourself that you're going to work today, go do it. Because if you don't do it, your self-respect and self-esteem is going to go even lower. How do you expect people to trust you and to respect you if you don't respect yourself? And please stop being a victim. I can't do this. No, I can't do that. I don't have money. Well, millions of people did and you can't. Why? Next thing that will help you to feel so much more feminine and sexy is fixing your goddamn hormones. Do you understand how many women are simply disconnected from their feminine nature just because their hormones are messed up? Millions and millions of girls live like that and don't pay that much attention to that problem because, they don't want to get pregnant. Like, why would they stress right now? Including me, girl, for years and years of my life, I was living like my whole life was just one big cycle. Like, I felt nothing. My libido was so low comparing to right now. I literally looked at men and I was like, whatever, literally, whatever. I felt constantly hungry and craving sweets. I was so agitated and irritated, and mostly I saw that with my family. The people that I loved the most, the closest people, I was so agitated. I almost had a completely different personality because of my hormones. And now when I have a healthy cycle, thank God, I know how ovulation feels. Do you understand that week of ovulation? You walk around and all you have in your mind is just, ovulation is a thing. It's a real thing and it's nature. And then after ovulation, your hormones go down and you feel a little bit depressed, a little bit lonely, stressed. then you have your periods, and after you go back up. That's the cycle of a healthy woman. That's how it's supposed to be every single month. I lived years and years not knowing how it feels. So now when I feel healthy, I have healthy desires. I have healthy feminine energy. I'm being sexy without trying to be sexy. I'm naturally, authentically me. If you know that you have problems with your hormones, please do not ignore that problem. Go to your doctor, do your blood tests, and based on your blood test results, please start taking either hormonal therapy or start taking supplementation at least. Your body needs you. In my case, vitamin D and vitamin E has changed my life. The moment I started taking them, not the moment, but like after a month of taking vitamin D, I felt that my libido is back because vitamin D is not just a vitamin. It's actually a pre-hormone. So please, from a health perspective, remember that being a woman is a gift and take care of that. You know what else makes a woman extremely sexy and attractive is anxiousness. We live in the world of anxious people. Everyone's worried, stressed, overthinking. People are moving so fast. The world's moving so fast. Your brain is working so fast. When you find a woman that calms you down, that speaks slowly, that has no hurricane in her thoughts, no hurricane in her heart, she's just stable. This is insanely sexy. A woman that can calms you down. A woman that can be your rock. That doesn't make you feel like a roller coaster constantly causing you drama and problems and arguing with you. But a woman that has peace. I used to be like that too. I used to drive myself nuts. Okay, nuts. I don't know how I wanted a man to put up with me. I couldn't put up with myself, okay? I wanted to run away from my own body because I was tired for myself. And the only thing that helped me is to become a woman of God. I don't want to get too religious here because religion is something that everyone has to find for themselves, has to define for themselves. But becoming a woman of God means that you trust yourself. You trust God and you let go of a lot of unnecessary things that don't serve you, that don't help you. Whenever I feel anxious, I pray. Whenever I feel lonely, I pray. Whenever I feel scared, I pray. I'm not lost anymore. I'm not alone anymore. Even when I'm so alone, I'm not alone anymore because I have God. And if you think about it, you talk to God, but you talk to yourself. You find God, you find it inside of yourself. So trusting God is the most feminine thing you can do. I don't know if it's going to help you, but it definitely helps me. And whenever you find yourself being anxious, rushing too much, trying to do so many things at the same time, just stop and pray or breathe. At least close your eyes and just heavily breathe. Leave yourself alone, girl, and support yourself. And from that comes the next thing that I want to talk about is another thing that makes you extremely sexy is self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency is so hot when you do not chase, but you truly attract. And everybody, the whole internet talks about, I don't chase, I attract. How do you actually do that? Because most people still chase. Why? Because you're lacking two things. First is God, and the second is attention. You are starving for attention and validation from men. Basically, when you're lacking something, you are trying to catch any attention that there is, any available option that there is. But a woman of God, she knows that even when she's alone, she's not going to lower her standards. She has God with her, and God will guide her to the best. She will wait. She will get what she deserves rather than having so many different options. And how do you get that attention? And I swear to God, I used to get so upset at the end of the day, like, why do I not have a boyfriend? Why do I not have guys' attention and stuff? While literally my whole life was me going to the gym and back home. You need to create a pool of men that will show you affection and attention, but you will never do that by staying at home. And also by being so cold. Every time you go out, you have this, Slavic face. So literally men are afraid of you. No one wants to talk to a person who's not smiling at least. So I started going out of the house. I started taking care of myself more. I started seeing people, and you don't need to see every single guy you meet as a potential boyfriend. That's bullshit. They can just be your friends. And honestly, literally everyone I meet, I just put in a friends box until they prove me that they have intention or effort. It makes life and communication with people so much easier. Everyone you meet, put them in a friends box until they prove you that they have intention and do enough effort to become more than just your friends. But don't ask, why am I so lonely? If you don't love people, if you are not friendly, if you don't want to meet new people, And also every time you feel lonely, instead of texting your ex or thinking about possible options that you have around that you know for sure are not even your level. Reach out to God, girl. And the last thing that I'm going to share today that makes a woman extremely hot and sexy and desirable is her joy for life. When you sit with a woman and you feel the passion that she has for life, it's in her eyes, it's in her energy. She freaking loves this life. She wakes up and she is excited to live. It's just a normal, regular day. She's excited to do simple things such as making coffee, waking her kids up, cleaning her apartment, picking up kids from school. She's excited because she loves her life. The reason why you probably hate your life is because you're constantly comparing your life to someone else's life. You look at this girl's life and you're like, why am I not living like that? Why I don't have this in my life? And you blame yourself, you blame God for not having that. But in reality, you completely forget you have a different path. You have a different journey. And instead of building and focusing on your own path, you're constantly comparing it to someone else's. And that makes you forget absolutely about the things that you have in your life and how many things you actually have in your life. Things that are normal for you, they're a gift, a dream for someone else. Do you understand that? But still, if you hate your life, if you're not happy where you are, move. Literally, I was so miserable in New York. And the moment I moved to Florida, I freaking love my life. Because first of all, in New York, the rhythm of the city is crazy. You wake up depressed. It's so cold there. And in Miami, you wake up, you have sun, you have palms every single day. I wake up every single day and I feel physically so much better here. So then take your stuff and move. If not right now, if you cannot do it right now, plan it at least. You're not a slave to your life. You're a ruler of your reality, whatever you tell me, but you do have control over it. Okay, one more thing that I want to say is when you're trying to flirt with someone, also remove your defense mechanisms. When you're trying to talk to a guy and you act like you have this protection layer of you where you're like testing him or playing with him, don't do that. Not every person is a bad person. The moment you start opening your heart to people, I promise you will see how people are opening up to you. But don't expect people to open up if you are not giving them first your friendship, your affection, your love. You need to give that first to the world. And when you go on a date with a guy, don't be a bitch. Seriously, don't be mean. Go on every date and think that you're meeting a person first, a friend. You're collecting people in your life. It doesn't matter if you're going to end up dating or not. It doesn't matter. You're meeting a person that can potentially be your friend. And almost every single person is valuable. Do you know how many situations I thought that I will never see that person? I have nothing to do with that person. And then I literally need that person in my life. You never know. Life is so smart. God is so smart. So be careful with people's hearts, with your own heart, and don't be a bitch. Well, that was it for today, guys. It's getting darker outside. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. I appreciate every and each one of you. I love you. You're my family. You're my community. And I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. But before I say goodbye, remember that today is your day.